We start with developing news out of the UK. Palace officials in London say Kate Middleton, the wife of Prince William, has been admitted to the hospital after entering the early stages of labor overnight. The Duchess of Cambridge was taken to St. Mary's Hospital in central London, which, by the way, is the same hospital where Princess Diana gave birth to William and his younger brother. The baby, whose gender has yet to be identified, is third in line to the throne. The child will be the first for the couple, who was married back in 2011. Of course, we will keep you posted on when the baby is born. It is probably one of the most important jobs, and Bernalillo County still has not filled it.
Yeah, we're talking about the fire chief, and the county has been without one for about a year now. In that time, the county's fire department has had an interim chief, Frank Barca, here. The county has not picked a new chief, partly because commissioners and the county manager can't agree on who has the power to pick a chief and what qualifications that person should have. But Commissioner Wayne Johnson says all that aside, now is the time to move forward.
We've dropped the ball. We're here to make sure that the county is safe and that the people are safe in the county. And you know, I'm ashamed to say that we did drop the ball in this case, and hopefully we can pick that up as a commission, get together, make that decision as soon as possible.
So now the commission and the county manager are set to meet on August 13th to talk about finally picking a new fire chief. Well, Albuquerque's police chief, Ray Schultz, will be getting a nice chunk of change when he turns in his badge next month.
I've got over 31 years in law enforcement, 30 years with the city of Albuquerque in the police department. There have been some very lucrative changes in the retirement system that I'm able to take advantage of right now.
All right, remember last week we showed you Chief Schultz announced that his last day on the job will be August 3rd. He's going to get his retirement benefits plus $99,000 for about 1,500 hours of sick and vacation leave that he never used in the past 8 years. Chief will also get $10,000 for working as a consultant during that transition time. Deputy Chief Alan Banks will be the interim police chief until the mayor picks a new chief, but that won't be until after the election in October. Elizabeth?
Jury selection in the trial of a man accused of killing an Oklahoma couple who was here in New Mexico is expected to begin in just a few hours. Don McCluskey and Tracy Province escaped from an Arizona prison back in 2010. And with the help of another person named Caslin Welch, they allegedly carjacked and killed the couple who had stopped at a rest stop. Now, the couple's trailer was then found burned just days after the incident. In a plea deal, the two that helped McCluskey, according to authorities, agreed to testify against McCluskey. Jury selection is expected to go on for about 3 weeks, but the trial itself could last about 3 months. McCluskey faces the death penalty if he is convicted. It's typically a symbol for prayer, but one woman in Hobbs used it to attack her boyfriend. Police say Blanca Escobar attacked her boyfriend with a crucifix over the weekend. He apparently told police that Escobar had come home late after a night of drinking and became angry when he told her to get out of the bedroom. Police say that's when she grabbed the crucifix off of the wall and began attacking her boyfriend with it.
In domestic violence situations, you know, emotions run really high, and anything can be picked up and used as a weapon, and that's one reason that they're so dangerous for officers.
Escobar had apparently chased the boyfriend out from the back of the house. The man used a trash can to defend himself when she began swinging the cross at him. Now, he wasn't hurt. Escobar, though, was arrested.
A lot of kids who don't have homes now have what they need to go back to school this year. The Viejitos Car Club hosted the Sylvias Angels Back to School Drive at Joy Junction this weekend. A lot of people went. You can see here they donated everything from pens to paper, clothes, and more.
We plan on doing this every year. It's called Sylvias Angels on behalf of my mother-in-law. She passed away in January of cancer, and we just want to get that awareness out there. And she was always about the kids and bettering themselves, and we don't ever want to stop either. We're going to keep her legacy strong.
It's a great way to do it. The donation drive was very important because Sylvias Angels says New Mexico has the third highest number of homeless kids in all of the country. Well, it looks like UNM's and CNM's plans for a new campus in Rio Rancho could be running into a roadblock. The Rio Rancho Observer says in a few weeks a special election could decrease funding for UNM's current campus there, and that could make it hard to pay for a new school. The election is on August 20th. In it, voters are set to decide if they want to reduce the education tax to 1/8% from 1/4%. The city and the schools plan to have a few public meetings before that election to hear people's thoughts on the tax and that new campus. Well, 5:36, if you're looking for a new job today, well, it could be your lucky day.
A couple of places in Albuquerque are having job fairs. News 13's David Romero is live in the Newsplex with details. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, in all, today's 2 job fairs could bring nearly 150 jobs to the Albuquerque market. The new Gordman's department store opened last week, but another set to open soon near the Coronado Center. Now, to fill the 100 and some positions, Gordman's is partnering with the New Mexico Workforce Connection to fill those jobs. Everything from sales associates to cashiers. Company reps say they anticipate filling all the jobs quickly. And that job fair starts today at 8 a.m., goes till 7 tonight, and continues on through August 3rd. Now, Sodexo UNM Sports and Leisure will be looking for 40 new servers who will handle the food and beverage services for the upcoming games for the Lobo football and basketball season. Now, that job fair runs from 11 to 4 at the McDavid Lounge near the pit. That's on the south side of the pit for anybody that's going to head out to that. Now, as with all the job fairs, it is recommended to get your spot early, dress for success, and come prepared with your resume in hand. Elizabeth, back to you.
Very good advice, David. Thank you. You can find links to these individual companies attached to this story later this morning at KRQE.com. Just click under the KRQE Mornings tab. And you know, some unemployed New Mexicans are having trouble finding benefits, and it's not because they don't qualify. It's because the computer system apparently is just too complicated. Legislative auditors say the new $48 million system is too complex. An audit released Friday criticized the state's oversight of the Workforce Solutions computer system. The Workforce Solutions secretary says they are working to make the system more user-friendly.